Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. When Royal Enfield first introduced the Himalayan back in 2016, it was a no-nonsense, go-anywhere motorcycle built for riders who wanted simplicity, ruggedness, and a spirit of exploration without breaking the bank. Over the years, it carved out a loyal following of adventurers, commuters, and weekend warriors alike. But in 2025, Royal Enfield has taken a giant leap forward with the all-new Himalayan 750. This isn't just an incremental upgrade, it's a bold reimagining of what the Himalayan can be. And in today's review, we're diving deep into every nut, bolt, and bolt-on accessory to see if this bigger, more powerful Himalayan still keeps its soul while delivering modern performance. The first thing you notice about the 2025 Himalayan 750 is its stance. This bike looks ready to take on a mountain pass one day and cruise down a coastal highway the next. Royal Enfield has maintained the rugged adventure bike DNA. High ground clearance, upright riding position, long travel suspension, but the 750 now has a more muscular frame, a broader tank, and a slightly more aggressive front fairing. It's not flashy in a superficial way, it's purposeful. The design still says built to endure, but now it also whispers, built to thrill. The proportions are more substantial, hinting at the bigger engine lurking inside. And speaking of that engine, it's the heart of the transformation. Under the tank lies a newly developed 750 cubic centimeters parallel twin, liquid-cooled engine, a huge step up from the old single-cylinder thumper. Royal Enfield says it produces around 68 horsepower and 65 Nm of torque, and what's most impressive is how that power is delivered. On paper, those numbers may not seem earth-shattering in the world of big adventure bikes, but the Himalayan's strength has never been about headline figures, it's about usability. And this 750 nails it. The torque curve is beautifully flat, meaning you get that shove of acceleration whether you're crawling up a rocky trail in first gear or cruising at 120 km/h on the highway. It feels alive without being intimidating, perfect for riders who want capability without losing control. The 6-speed gearbox is another welcome change. It's slicker, better spaced, and feels much less clunky than earlier Royal Enfield gearboxes. The addition of a slipper clutch also smooths out aggressive downshifts, especially when descending steep terrain. And while the Himalayan 750 still retains that characteristic Enfield thump at lower revs, it's now paired with a smoother top end, making long-distance touring much more comfortable. At 750 cubic centimeters, this bike has enough grunt to carry a rider, a pillion, and fully loaded panniers over high-altitude passes without breaking a sweat. Suspension has seen a big leap forward. Up front, you get a set of 43 mm upside-down forks with 200 mm of travel, and at the rear, a monoshock with 180 mm of travel. This setup isn't just about soaking up potholes. It's tuned to provide stability over uneven terrain while keeping road manners intact. The bike feels planted in corners, something you wouldn't have said about the early Himalayan models. Whether you're navigating a dusty trail or leaning into a sweeping mountain road, the chassis inspires confidence. The frame itself has been reinforced to handle the extra power, and the subframe is now bolt-on, making repairs or customizations much easier for riders in remote locations. Braking has also taken a step forward. The Himalayan 750 comes with dual 320 mm discs up front with radial calipers and a 280 mm rear disc, all supported by dual-channel ABS that can be switched off at the rear for more control in off-road conditions. Braking is sharp but predictable, with plenty of feel through the lever, an area where previous Enfields often felt a little wooden. Ergonomics remain one of the Himalayan's biggest strengths. The wide handlebars, neutral seating position, and sculpted seat make long days in the saddle surprisingly easy. At 830 mm, the seat height is tall enough to give good ground clearance but not so tall that shorter riders will struggle. The windscreen has been redesigned for better aerodynamics and reduced buffeting, and the new fairing incorporates small winglets that subtly improve high-speed stability. Even small touches, like repositioned foot pegs and adjustable levers, show that Royal Enfield has really listened to rider feedback. Technology-wise, the Himalayan 750 finally feels modern. The dash is now a full-color TFT display with smartphone connectivity, navigation integration, and customizable ride modes road, off-road, and rain. Each mode adjusts throttle response, traction control sensitivity, and ABS settings. You also get cruise control, a first for the Himalayan, which is a game-changer for long-distance touring. LED lighting is standard across the board, with a bright, focused headlamp and DRLs that give the bike a more premium look. There's even a USB-C charging port integrated into the cockpit for powering devices on the go. Fuel capacity is now 20 liters, giving the bike an impressive range of over 400 kilometers on a single tank, depending on riding conditions. That's crucial for remote expeditions where fuel stops are few and far between. The Himalayan 750 also gets a robust skid plate, handguards, and mounting points for panniers and top boxes as standard equipment, underlining its adventure-first nature. One of the standout aspects of the Himalayan 750 is its balance between highway comfort and off-road capability. Many adventure bikes lean heavily towards one side of the equation: either they're great dirt machines but feel out of place on tarmac, or they're superb tourers but too heavy and unwieldy for serious trails. The Himalayan 750 sits comfortably in the middle. It's not trying to be a Dakar racer, nor is it a luxury road tourer. It's a genuine dual-purpose motorcycle that feels equally at home in both worlds. You can spend the morning carving up twisty roads and the afternoon crossing a muddy riverbed without changing a thing. In terms of weight, it tips the scales at around 220 kilograms fully fueled. That might sound hefty, but the low center of gravity makes it surprisingly manageable. And while it's not feather light like a dirt bike, it's far less intimidating than many 1000cc plus adventure machines. This makes it appealing to riders who want to upgrade from a smaller ADV without jumping into the deep end. Royal Enfield has also made a big push in customization for 2025. The Himalayan 750 comes with an extensive catalog of factory accessories, from aluminum panniers and crash bars to rally seats and high-mount exhausts. The bike is a blank canvas for personalization, and the aftermarket community is already buzzing with possibilities. This sense of ownership and adaptability is part of why the Himalayan line has such a dedicated following. Now, let's talk about price. In most markets, the 2025 Royal Enfield Himalayan 750 comes in at around $8,999. That's significantly less than many competing adventure bikes in the 700 to 800 cubic centimeters segment, and given the package you're getting: modern tech, robust engineering, and genuine off-road chops, it's an incredibly competitive offering. For riders in emerging markets, it's also priced to be accessible without sacrificing quality or capability. So, what's the verdict? The 2025 Himalayan 750 isn't just a bigger engine slapped into the same frame. It's a carefully thought-out evolution that respects the bike's original ethos: rugged simplicity, versatility, and affordability, while bringing it firmly into the modern era. It's more powerful, more comfortable, better equipped, and more refined, yet it hasn't lost the charm that made the Himalayan a cult favorite. It's still a bike that encourages you to take the long way home, explore that unpaved road, and say yes to spontaneous adventures. For the seasoned traveler, the Himalayan 750 offers a dependable, go-anywhere machine that won't leave you stranded in the middle of nowhere. For newer adventure riders, it's approachable, forgiving, and easy to grow with. And for those who just want a comfortable, capable motorcycle for everyday riding, it's smooth, practical, and built to last. In short, Royal Enfield has managed to keep the heart of the Himalayan beating strong, while giving it the lungs and legs to go even further. And that's why the 2025 Royal Enfield Himalayan 750 isn't just a motorcycle, it's an invitation. An invitation to ride beyond the map, to trade the daily grind for dusty trails, to turn maybe someday into today. This is a machine built for stories, for photographs taken at the edge of the world, and for the quiet satisfaction that comes from knowing your bike will get you there and back again.